8 or 24?
Number 8. 24 was more challenging.
It's Monday, so that means 3 things. 1, I'm not in your MCM. 2, it's a Mamba Monday. And 3, it's time for the 24 podcast. How you guys doing? I'm your host, the product of poverty's environment, the Pope Chuck Paul. And I hope everyone enjoyed their week, enjoyed their weekend. Man, fall is here. We got 3 months left in the motherfucking year. It's the 4th quarter. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, what the fuck? It's like we were all praying for 2020 to be over so we can move on past this pandemic and this coronavirus shit. And look at us. Still in this motherfucker. Shit is fake open, fake closed, restrictions. You need your pink slips, your papers, the free papers to walk around and go places and shit. Ay. But I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Hope you guys are healthy, wearing masks, unvaccinated, vaccinated, whatever. Just stay away from nasty motherfuckers. If there's too many motherfuckers in one spot, you don't need to be there. Go somewhere else, man. But let's get right into it. As soon as the show ended last week, one of the biggest topics for the past year, matter of fact, R.Kelly was convicted on all counts. Sheesh. Let me get into the specifics. Well, I'm not gonna get into all the specifics. I don't have that right in front of me. I should have pulled that up. But yeah, includes racketeering, kidnapping, rape, everything. He could face life in prison. Well, I think he will be doing life in prison. Excuse me. There's no way around this shit. Dog. When the first situation came about where he had peed on a girl in the video, that's when he should have stopped doing whatever he was doing and should have sought help. Because remember, the Boondocks made a whole episode about this shit. If y'all really care for R. Kelly, get him some help. He had nothing but enablers, people he was paying, and these folks are now squealing because the money's gone dry. And when the money was coming in, they wasn't saying shit. They didn't want that money. That money. They didn't want that money to stop coming in. If you ask me personally, I think they all should fry. They all should go down. Fuck it. Aaliyah's parents too. They pretty much gave their daughter away to R. Kelly for money. For Aaliyah's career. God bless her soul. And you have people who was coming out saying, oh, I seen him sexually assault Aaliyah back in those days, blah, blah, blah. But you were quiet about it for the past 20-something years. And you think now because you're coming forward with it, you're helping. You should be locked up too. Every motherfucking body. Some people are saying things like, oh, I'm still going to play R. Kelly music, da, da, da. Look, do what you want. Some people, they say things like, separate the art from the person, whatever. Still a nasty motherfucker. But at the same time, we made the same argument with the Cosby Show. I guess because there's more people involved in the show than Bill Cosby and what that show meant to a lot of people of color. I still watch the Cosby Show. I don't willingly go and play R.Kelly music now, but I mean, I haven't, even before then, I wasn't like just going to go play it. You know what I'm saying? If it happened to set the mood or whatever, then yeah. The crazy thing is, when I was in Jamaica, the club I was in, they played some R.Kelly. And we all just looked at each other like, wow. Whatever, and everybody in the club was still dancing and going about their business, but yeah. He's locked up. He ain't coming out. And with these young girls, these young women, it's like Stockholm Syndrome, man. That's when, you know, bad things are done to you and then like and you come back, you stay. You know, it makes no sense to me how a grown man could do this. Let me give you the exact definition of Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome is a condition in which hostages develop a psychological bond with their captors during captivity. Stockholm Syndrome results from a rather specific set of circumstances, namely the power imbalances contained in the hostage-taking, kidnapping, and abusive relationships. Pretty much what Kel was doing. He comfort these girls, sweet talk them, bring them in, belittle them, I guess, make them feel like they're nothing without him. They try to leave, they come back because, you know, like you said, they're nothing without him. Shit is crazy. But, and also even Akon was saying things like he has a right to redeem himself. It's a little too late for that. He could have done that 25 years ago. You know? He could have. But he continued doing what he was doing. Speaking of Stockholm Syndrome, I've been seeing a lot of people saying shit like, oh, we should have left Trump in office. Why? Because y'all not getting any stimulus checks anymore? Like, what the fuck? You do realize he was really empowering these racists and these white militias. The hate crimes, the uprising, all that shit, it went up when he was in office. Just because this whole vaccine bullshit got y'all, some of y'all in y'all feelings, y'all think Trump would have handled this better? He had a whole year last year to handle the shit, and it didn't get better. A lot of you lost your benefits under Trump. This same shit might have been happening with Trump in office. But I mean, hey, to each his own. But I think a lot of y'all who say things like we should have left Trump in office suffer from Stockholm Syndrome as well. And I would have hated for you guys to be slaves back in the day, because y'all probably would have been like, well, we might as well stay here with Master, because I mean, at least we have a place to stay. If we leave, we'll be homeless, but we'll still get beat. But if we get beat, at least we still have a place to stay. That's what y'all saying. Y'all like, well, we know how Trump is, so at least we could deal with that because we already dealt with it before. That's what I hear. What I hear is from motherfuckers who are used to being in abusive relationships or getting cheated on or probably even getting bullied all the time. Just saying, hey, fuck it, I'll deal with it. I dealt with it this long. I could deal with it some more. And a lot of things you're complaining about, like we reiterate all the damn time, you gotta vote on the local level. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you guys with this Stockholm Syndrome and this love-hate relationship you have with Trump. Some folks say shit like, oh, it's so boring, Trump would have something crazy to say. And a lot of you folks who like say these things, I've known you for a long time, and And I've never known you to say anything intelligent, but now you have a platform to say these unintelligent things, so I'll just pray for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. But also, like I brought up last week, the Ben Simmons drama has taken a course for the worse, I would say. During media day, Joel Embiid said, you know, it's pretty much borderline disrespectful for Ben not being here when we've been catering to his game all these years. He said we got rid of Jimmy Butler so he can have the ball in his hands more. Wow. So if you think Ben Simmons wasn't coming back now, he definitely ain't coming back now. And on top of that, the Sixers did not pay him his $8 million he was due on the 1st because he has not reported to training camp yet. Yeah. So I guess the name of the game now is to hit him in his pockets, see how long that takes. But even so, like, there's no coming back into that locker room saying I'm going to give him my 100% after you did all this shit. And this thing got blown way out of proportion. It should have been, Ben should just came back and be like, yo, I'm going to go harder this season, blah, 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 blah. Because mind you, they could have gotten James Harden for Ben Simmons. They said no. He was a big part of their future. Mind you, the Sixers had about 4 or 5 number 1, 2, or 3 draft picks in like the last 5 to 10 years. They had Nerlens Noel, Jahlil Okafor, Markelle Fultz, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. They only kept Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. After they drafted Markelle Fultz, who had an injury which was fucking up his shooting, and the 2 big men, Nerlens Noel and Jahlil Okafor, who they wasted their prime years in Philadelphia. Like I said before, Ben Simmons' rookie year, he sat out and didn't play. So he had a good 4 or 5 years also to continue his growth, but I guess the ceiling is his roof. Roof is his ceiling, I guess, whatever. I guess this is just as good as he's going to get. Nothing is wrong with that. But, motherfucker, it's almost your fault too. If you ain't showing up, hey man, we'll see how it goes. I'm like, hey, trade him straight up for Dame Lillard, straight up for John Wall, because you're not going to get the same amount of value, but at least get you a dope point guard. Fuck it. You know? I mean, I guess Dame is going to ride it out for the year to see how Chauncey Billups does as coach. Who knows? Andrew Wiggins got the COVID vaccine, so he will be able to play for the Warriors home games and the Knicks. Well, he'll be able to play the Knicks and Nets anyway, because they allow visiting teams to be unvaccinated, which makes no motherfucking sense. I spoke about that, I think, last week. That would be crazy if they end up trading him still. Like, hey, we're gonna trade you anyway after he gets the vaccine. But that's another story. Kyrie Irving hasn't gotten it yet, but I'm sure he will. I think just like me and other people, it's just annoying when someone keeps asking you, hey, are you going to get it? Hey, are you going to get it? Hey, have you got it yet? Why aren't you going to get it? It's annoying. Leave me the fuck alone. If he gets it, he gets it. He doesn't, he doesn't. And people need to stop worrying about other motherfuckers' pockets, saying shit like, well, if I lose my job, if I don't get it, they should too. No, it doesn't work that way, because you're not as good at your job as Kyrie is at his job. Plain and simple. That's the way it is. If you ain't realize life is fair, especially these last 2 years, then wake the fuck up. I wish all these players could get paid and not have to go in whenever they feel like it. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't pay them, but I mean, I could care less. It's not my money. I'm not worrying about nobody else's money. I worry about mine. Mind the business that pays you, they say. You know what I'm saying? Fucking weirdos. Oh, man. Pretty short episode. Not too much going on this week. Some random tidbits. I will be at Comic-Con this Saturday, so if you do see me, say what up, dap me up, talk about comics and shit, or whatever. Rap City is coming back to BET about 137 years too late. I guess they think because Big Tigger hasn't aged since the motherfucking 90s, they could bring it back. But even if they bring back Rap City, what are they going to do? They're going to play music videos that are on the same ones that we could watch on YouTube? Are they going to be battling in the basement? I mean, no one freestyles no more. This is a totally different era. And if they are, Tigger's going to smoke every single one of these young dudes. Hopefully he has guys like Meek in there, you know, the Griselda Camps, the J. Coles, the Kendricks, even Drake, those type of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully. Before I let go, my homie Bones, friends of the show, dropped his new podcast, You Smell Me, where he goes over different types of colognes, and he interviews women and he asks them which will get them the 3 Ds: the date, the draws, or just the digits. It's pretty interesting and dope concept. I'm shouting it out, not just because I did some post-production on it, but that's my motherfucking guy, and I want to see all my niggas win. Oh, BMF came on. No spoilers, but I will say that Terry lives. Like I always say, like, share, subscribe, comment. God is good, God is great. Thank God my paper's straight. Free the real, keep the fake. I am the Pope Chuck Paul. Peace out.